Hello, everybody, and welcome to Project Earthwork Imbolc 2024. It feels like forever since we did a Project Earthwork session, I think, because we took a bit of a break in January while we were hibernating, while we were having all sorts of adventures. So this time you have the two of us. So welcome to our Imbolc transmission.
Oh, yes. And happy 2024. And I feel like for me, this just feels like the start of the new year. January in the last 2 years I haven't done anything. I've been traveling or wherever. And then it's always Imbolc feels like the start of the year. So it feels so good that we're here together today. I'm really excited. I'm back from Ecuador from my super adventures there and stuff, and it's been so amazing. And I'm just really excited to see what we're going to bring through today and what we're going to be working with. And I think when we were having a chat just before we started recording today, we were starting to speak about fire and what this year feels like and what's been coming up for us and stuff. So I think our theme very much for today is around igniting parts of ourselves again to come into this year now, this year of the dragon, which is so fucking awesome in itself. So I'm really excited about that.
Yeah, absolutely. And it ties in perfectly with Imbolc, as we say, February 1st is Imbolc. Here in the Northern Hemisphere, it's the time when we celebrate those first shoots of spring beginning to move out of the ground. It's also a fire festival. It's the time when we start to celebrate the fact that although we can't quite see and feel it yet, although it is quite a lovely day here today as I record this, although you can't see and feel it yet, the summer is coming. There is a promise of spring. We're sort of at that midway point between winter solstice and spring equinox. There is a promise that spring is coming, a promise of the sun and of the fires of the warmth.
Oh.
And I think it's a perfect time to tune into that fire energy, to tune into that dragon energy, to tune into whatever's going to come through. Because let's be honest, neither of us know. It's always a magical mystery to how we do these. So yeah, it seems like a really perfect time to do that. And we've been talking a lot as we've been preparing today about the power of sort of using that fire to ignite our voices, to help ourselves to speak truth, to help ourselves to speak in fear, through fear, even when we are afraid, to recognize that we can still use our voices.
Yeah. And just the energy that we bring back into the world when we are reconnecting with that fire within ourselves, because often we've got so much repression, we've been taught not to speak, we've been shamed out of speaking, all of that stuff, right? And so within each and every one of us there's a message, there is an energy that wants to flow back into the world. And I have this sense of this year as it feels like an invitation for us to reconnect with those parts of us that have been stopped, right? There's just to let that out. I feel like my fiery dragon breath will allow itself to express itself this year. That's what I'm feeling for myself. So what are you feeling? What is churning inside of you that is this fire that's waiting to be rekindled again and to just start up again, and that you can express, because it's all about your authentic expression. And fearlessness is a concept, expressing without fear, but it's also, fear is very much part of our human experience. And so fearing less to express feels just like allowing ourselves to do that, just a little bit less fear, just say what you need to say, start there, baby steps, but that fire wants to come out, right? That's what this year feels like for me.
Yeah, I love that line, fearing less to express. And I think, something I've been working with, I'm doing a course at the moment that I've been working with the idea of poisons. And this fact that, poison isn't, we're told, now my throat's gone. We're told that poisons are bad because they kill us. The truth is, almost anything can kill us if we have too much of it. Drink too much water, it's going to kill you. The beauty is that our ancestors, they worked with poisons all the time, and they did that because they knew about the dosages. They knew that they could microdose those things that were considered dangerous and it would have a benefit. And I say this because I think so often what we're frightened of in ourselves is the thing that we need. It's the thing that if we just learn how to work with it, we'll be able to use it in such a powerful way. And it's that power we talk Project Earthwork is all about supporting the earth. It's all about working with the earth energies. And we do that by working with our own energies. None of us are here right now at this point in time for a coincidence. We're all here for a good reason. And it's actually that power inside us that is the reason we're here, I believe.
Yeah.
Now, if we can step through the fear, if we can walk in the fire and actually look at the bits of ourselves that we're afraid of and learn how to work with them instead of fear them, God, imagine what that could do for us, for our lives, and also for the whole world.
Yeah. And I just love that, because it's like, it's all in front of us, right? Like, and it's just like, all it takes is you to stand and acknowledge like what you're feeling inside of yourself and allow that to come out. Like we were chatting about like the stuff that's been like the biggest changes in our lives and all of that. And I was saying to Karen, like my almost like reckless behavior of like making choices and like being super adventurous in my life can be really dangerous if it's not rooted, if it's not grounded. But if I'm grounded and I'm like working with Mother Nature, like my ability to step into adventures and go and find the new things and bring them back and share them with people, that becomes my superpower, right? And so, like trekking off to Ecuador and going into the jungle and doing that shit could be deemed reckless, but I did it in a grounded way, in a way of like coming back, and the gifts I found and everything that I brought back within myself is changing my life path, right? So if we allow ourselves to just take those things that we fear about ourselves and just like move through it, it's like it's magic. It's absolute magic.
100%. And it's funny because I think, as we were talking about this, we were saying mine used to be once upon a time my magnetism. Like I could decide I wanted something, click my fingers and I would get it. I was incredible at that. And then actually I was doing that in an unrooted way. At the same time, I'm not going to say as a result, because I'm not going to blame myself for it, but as a result of everything that was going on around me, some really awful things happened. And I blamed myself for a long time that I'd magnetized them, that I'd called them in. And so what did I do with that magnetism? Instead of you who took your adventurousness and went, I'm going to just run with this and I'm going to follow it in a very adventurous way, I went and just closed it all down. And I've been experiencing that for a number of years now. I've been experiencing the challenges that come with that, the sadness that comes with that. Actually, my biggest challenge to myself this year is to be more magnetic, is to actually not be afraid of that magnetism, to recognize that, yes, sometimes bad things might happen because it's human life and bad things do. But that doesn't mean that the magnet gets turned off. It just means that we go, okay, let's move along. Let's magnetize the next thing. We have to use this stuff because that's where the power is.
Yeah. So I would say today, allow yourself to just take a moment, like while we are, in this session together, and see what it is that wants to come out. See what it is that this year wants to just like show you, and allow yourself to take this opportunity with us to tune into that energy and really like propel yourself forward, give yourself that step, because we are starting the year now. So many people have been hibernating through January, and now the earth is like going, come on, come on. And even for the guys in the southern hemisphere, I mean, this is an opportunity for you. Your years run from January to December. So this is a new year, right? This is what's happening for you. So,
and equally, I guess if we look at it, flip it for those of you in the southern hemisphere, think about what it is that you're putting out to compost. As I guess it's the journey with yours and my kind of poisons. Is you talk about that adventurousness. It's my journey is ironically the southern hemisphere one here. What I'm deciding is that the fear of that magnetism is now going to compost.
Yes,
it's going to go away. As your calendar year grows, but as your sort of natural year goes into its darkness, goes into its sort of death phase, what are you going to commit to that death phase? Make it the thing that has been holding back your power. Make it the thing that has been stopping you from being that full of that fire, full of that life force, and allow this calendar year to be the one where that life force gets to come back to the fore again.
Yes. And life force feels so important, because It's just like, it's like we've forgotten about life force, right? And this fire within us is life force. Like we are like these little robots who are just like kind of walking on this earth, not really realizing our connection to the earth, to the sun, all of it. And the sun and the earth together is literally our life force, right? Like if it wasn't for that energy outside of us, like coming into our bodies, we wouldn't be here. We wouldn't be breathing. We wouldn't be alive, all of that. So it's like life force energy now is vital for us to recognize that within ourselves again, and literally like tend to that. We need to tend to our life force energy at this point in time. And that's what the earth is doing through our little flowers waking up and everything waking up here in the north as well.
Absolutely. And I think I love the fact that actually you picked up on those words, because I think it's interesting, because when I hear life force energy, I think of the way it was described to me when I first learned Reiki. And it almost felt like a really gentle, soft, pretty energy. And it can be. And I almost think that we've come to this idea of feeling that our life force energy has to be pretty. It has to be gentle. It has to be soft. It has to be glowing and pretty colors and sparkly and all of the things. And let's be clear, sometimes life force energy is the scream that is tearing out of your throat. Sometimes life force energy is that hot, sweaty, passionate sex. Sometimes life force energy is when you're so angry you punch somebody in the face. This is also life force. Like, look at the earth.
Oof.
You know,
Yeah.
when she rains glorious, beautiful April showers, that's life force energy. When she sends tsunamis, that's also life force energy. And we need to remember that as the earth isn't afraid, and more so, is showing that she isn't afraid to express her extremes. That is scary for us, but it doesn't make it any less of a life force energy. And we need to get used to that within us as well.
Yeah. Yes. Don't tame the life force energy, because it is. And I mean, for me at the moment, it feels wild, and it feels, but I mean, like, it's just like, so like my experiences and stuff, I'm feeling like very like robust, and it's like big, and I feel like I've got so much energy. So it's interesting for me that you're bringing that up, because it is something to look at. Like, are you like this, or are you like that? Right? Because that is the earth. The earth is free enough to allow herself to just go, fuck it, I'm going to express myself. And so
Absolutely.
let's be like that. Let's emulate that ability to be free in our expression, hear voices, our bodies, all of it. Like, let's just allow that in this year, because it feels fucking important.
100%.
Yeah. Okay, vibe. So let's see what's going to happen today. So,
Oh,
right, so we're going to start in our usual fashion. Karen's going to
yep.
do whatever magic she needs to do, and I'll come through and do whatever magic I need to do. So, yeah, let's go.
Let's give it a go. Okay. So wherever you are and whatever you're doing, I'm just putting a timer on as always, so that I don't find myself channeling for the next 6 hours. Always possible. And wherever you are, whatever you're doing, I just invite you to get comfy. And if you would like to, close your eyes. It's probably best to, if you can, if you're safe to, just to join us in this opening up the space and this circle. If you can't close your eyes, it's absolutely fine. You can always just join us doing whatever you're doing, and just start by getting nice and comfy and taking a few deep breaths. And as you breathe, imagine that you are breathing in that life force that we just spoke about. Breathing in that energy that is the energy of this earth, the energy of the elements, the energy of this universe. That energy at the center of it all, that powers it, that flows through it, that pulses out of it and between all those different beings that call this place home. And as you breathe out, just let yourself release anything and everything that is holding you back from that. Breathing in that life force energy, breathing into your own center of your being, of your soul, and breathing out anything that has you bound or restricted, dampened, or somehow silenced. And I invite you to see, as you do, visibly see it as energy, maybe golden energy, maybe fire itself flowing into you as you breathe in, and as chains or ropes, weights or burdens being released from you as you breathe out. And as you continue to breathe that, I'm going to call in that circle around us, calling this in across time and space, so that wherever you are, whenever you are watching this, you know that you are held inside this space as we move into this next little while. So I'm calling out to the north and to earth, to the trees and the plants, to the animals, to the mountains, to the rocks and to the caves, to the foundation of all that we do, to groundedness, to surety, to steadfastness, to fertility, to abundance, to the north and to the earth, welcome. I'm calling out to the west and to water, to the ebb and the flow, the cleansing and the nourishment, to the reflection and to the depths, to the release and to the emotion, to the rains, to the seas, to our tears and to the great lakes, to the west and to the water, welcome. And then turning to the south, I call out to the south and to the fire, to the dragons, to the candle flames, to the bonfires, to the wildfires, to the sun itself. I call out to the volcanoes, to passion, to creativity, to warmth and to illumination, to the fire in our bellies, to the south and to fire, welcome. And finally, I turn to the east, and I call it the east and to air, to the birds, to the butterflies, to the winds and to the clouds, to inspiration, to imagination, to logic and to wisdom, to that cool calm, and to that great breeze that forces us in a new direction, to the east and to the air, welcome. And I draw that vortex of power, that circle of protection around us, by north, by west, by south, by east, and back to north, calling in as I do a ring of pure protection around each and every person that is represented within this circle. I call in a place of power, a place of wisdom, a place of true reconnection, and a place within that life force energy, within which that life force energy can flow and pulse freely. Into that circle, I call our guides and our helpers, our teachers and our inspirers, our ancestors of blood, of soul, of stars, of heart, and of lineage. I call out to all of those who come to us from the realms unseen that may work with, support, and guide us. I call to our own souls, every facet of our beings throughout all directions of time and space, and I call them back into us right now, back into this space, back into this work we do, back to this earth where they may support us as we support her, as we support all. I call out to the love and the guidance of spirit, the wisdom and the power of soul, the vast, limitless potential of space and the great mysteries of ether, to the center, to soul, to space, to spirit, and to ether. Welcome. And with that circle cast, I invite you to feel, as always, those roots of yours going all the way down into the very center of the earth, down through the earth itself, down through the caves and the caverns beneath, down through the rivers and the streams upon which our earth is built, and down through that ring of fire that surrounds the heart of our planet, down to root into the very earth at the very center of this planet, into its molten iron magnetic core. I invite you to see that beam of pure energy moving up from your solar plexus too, that goes out into the stars, out to the great central sun at the center of all that there is, and that connects into that radiance, to that illumination, to that power, to source, allowing that earth energy and that source energy to flow all the way back into you, to fill you up, to fill every facet of your being up, as we send out one final chord, what looks like moonlight, out into the stars, deeper and deeper through the stars into the darkness. So we find ourselves connected into a place that is pure darkness, into that great cosmic womb in which all things began, from which all things are birthed, that place of pure potential. And as we sit in this place, rooted into Gaia, plugged into source, connected to cosmos, I ask by divine decree that this may be a perfect, safe and sacred space, that everything that unfolds here may be at its heart with each of our own good, and also overall with the greatest good of Gaia and her energetic well-being. I ask, as we all take our place of stewards of this earth, that this circle may be a place in which wisdom, support, awakening, healing, clearing, and expansion may take place. Thank you. And as I prepare to allow whoever wants to step forward and speak through me to you to do that, I invite you to just feel that life force energy flowing through you. Feel whatever it is that you need to know at this time. Come to your awareness. If you'd like to stay with your eyes closed as I channel, feel free. But equally, if you'd like to open your eyes, feel free to take a few breaths and do that whenever you're ready. For right now, I step aside and I invite whoever wishes to step in to do that. Thank you. You are, as all have always been, children of the sun. It is the sun that blesses all of the life around you. It is the sun, together with the oceans, that allows this life to flourish. Now you are asked to see yourself in the image of those elemental parents, in the image of those who are your life force. The sun, in its radiance, in its warmth, in its light, and the water, in its flow, in its continuous flow, in its malleability, and in its ability to show all that needs to be seen. You are the child of both of these forces, and at this time you are asked to take both into your body, into your energetic field. I come to you from the long lost lands that once were the great source of wisdom upon this planet. And I ask you to remember the ways in which you would take those energies into your body, the ways in which we would all work with those energies to cleanse and to recover. How will it be to take the energy of the sun as a mirror image of yourself? How will it be to lie amongst the water and recognize that you are the water? Both are you. You are they. All that is waiting is for you to claim such knowledge, to claim such remembrance, and to take your place as a child of the sun and a child of the water. Allow me now to call forth to those who come from both. Feel that energy as it flows through your being. Feel that energy as it moves through your body, your mind, and every part of your own energetic sphere. Feel the spheres of the sun and the spheres of the water within you and around you. Feel them come together before you and allow yourself to be a child of both, a child of the sun and of the water, a child of the fire and of the seas, The two may coexist. The two may enliven one another in ways that this world has long since forgotten. The time for the forgetting is over. The time for the remembrance is here. Look to the year in which you find yourself. It is the time of the remembrance, the time in which the ground will shake as much of the old will fall away and the remembrance will return. The remembrance will return as a fire in the belly. The remembrance will return as an imagining in the dream state. The remembrance will return each time you lay your feet upon the ground and allow the rhythm of your footsteps to be the drumbeat that leads you onwards, forwards, inwards, deeper into your own being and deeper into the power of the earth. For the earth is now returning. She asks you also to return. The stars form the perfect curtain for such experiences of expansion. Return with her, return to her, return alongside her. This is the message of the year ahead. This is what is shared with you now. Thank you. Andy.
Okay. So just taking a deep breath in and allowing yourself now to just drop into your body, drop into your heart space right now. Retakila ama urutuna akila yataraniki ase. Dalesho se wuhainda yahita he. Nunuata keleshe isia sevra suasaki la shenda hiava. Nduata ke la shoso sotona he warasekia se shiasahin. Ayayata la he. Ayayanda he. And as we call in that energy baindrahio sun watahia kera siande of the great sun tunduatahia la senduatarasi tahia tahin watake, back into our deepest remembering, back into our bellies na itoi atana he kerenikia sho asela shiotoro swasekiate. And visualize now in front of you Notoara Sekianda Sakiato, the beautiful blazing sun, Noto Yake, Urusandala Hiake, La Shototo, shooting out the flares, Notoara Sekiata Lacha, and the energy that is yande, that is contained, Nutuata Tahiaki, and that beautiful celestial body that we call the sun, Nototo Yake, fueled by Mototahiake, an inner nucleus Nuatayike of pure power. Ma'ala Shendura Seutuate. Everything came from the center. Motuala Sekireshiande Sahiake. The heat, the life force coming from the center of that celestial body. Monuatahia La Shondoroso Sahiake. And when you come into yourself now, Natahikia say, where's the center of your own body? Mataikiase, handa yokorosa. Where do you keep that nucleus of power within yourself that wants to be spreading light into the world right now? Notuatarahiasenda yoko. So allow yourself now to visualize this Oratahiake, the spinning ball of power that is sitting within you, this light that is within you, this life force that is within you, Nutuatahiake, that is replicating the sun and the center of this planet as well. Noa la shatoro sandahiake rashendakiake, andatahiake la shondoroso soyake, and feel that expanding within your body now. Feel your entire energy field filling with this light that you keep within yourself. Nututoya And I want you to tune into the potential of this light that you have, because for such a long time, you have been told that this light is not for this world. You have been shown that this light is not for this world. But we are here to show you by the wisdom of the sun that this light is for everyone. That you are, by virtue of the fact that you walk on this earth, allowed to shine here on this planet. So as you expand this light within yourself, and you start to burn away that which you are allowing to fall away this year. Feel that energy extend into your field of life right now. Feel that energy move into your heart space, where it is soothing the aches and the pains and the suffering that has been such a big part of this human existence. And know that that light has the ability to hold and to heal, and to guide you to the next step. That light within you is so much more than just light. It is the lantern that you need. It is the spotlight that you need. It is the healing energy that you need to move through this life. So as we put all our attention and our focus now on that beautiful light inside of you, as we light that up and we activate the deepest remembering of your own magnificence and your own inner world. Amake kuru no kwake keleshendo andua tatahia gia kerashe aleshonda tahio kora tatahiongo sakia kerata in the lakia ke, knowing that you are the one matutanda hiake uratahia ke who can make this happen no tatahia ke and the takiate. And no matter how big or how small the steps are that you choose to take muturatendi tiake from the experience of this deep remembering today, just allow yourself to step, just allow yourself to move. Because the moment that we step, the moment that we commit, the moment that we say, I acknowledge the light within me. It is like every single energy point in the entire universe will respond back to you. It will listen to you and it will hear you. But your proclamation of your own light is what is required for you to step forward and to be acknowledged by the energy of the entire universe. And no matter how you see your light, it might be the smallest little flicker, it might be the biggest burning within you. That matters not. The only thing that matters is your own acknowledgement of the light within you today. So sit in the acknowledgement of this light. And when you step out and back into the world, and you step forward and you move, and you allow yourself to grow. And they keep showing me how the water falls out of the sky, the water because the water and the fire, they have an alchemical relationship, that energy of life that falls down upon us, that has come from the stars to us. The energy of life is in there, and the energy of the life of the sun activating with the energy of life within that, and the alchemy that happens. So the minute that you step out and you acknowledge the light, you can set the waters alight again. You can activate the life within the waters, the flow, and allow that to become part of this wonderful, wonderful journey that you have in front of you. So that acknowledgement of how these two forces are linked together is the first step to embracing this brand new year ahead of us. And I want you to be very aware this year, just as I'm sitting here now speaking to you, I can feel my ancestors, I can feel all of the beautiful beings of light, the dragons, all of it around me. So I want you to take a moment now to understand when we acknowledge the light, we turn on the light to see the ancestors, we turn on the light to see the beautiful beings of light, and all of our beautiful guides that are willing to walk this road with us, that are willing to step into the energy of this here with us. Because you are not here to walk this path alone. You are not here to be singular in this expression of your light. This army of light beings, of guides, of ancestors, are all here to help you to tend the flame, to make it bigger, to make it brighter, and to take it out into the world. So allow yourself now to invite in all of the beautiful energies that will walk this path of 2024 with you, that will walk into this year of the dragon with you, and whomever you want to bring with, and whomever you haven't even seen that wants to come with, that is for the highest good of you. May they walk with you this year, and may you be fully blessed in every single step that you take on this beautiful path ahead of you now. And all of these steps that we take, as they land on our Great Mother on this earth, your light is infusing down into her as well. And my guides are showing me this energy that is rising up from her. And now this energy rises up to meet you. This wisdom rises up to meet you. This remembering rises up to meet every single step that we take on this path of light that we are embracing right now. The cosmos is meeting us. The sun is meeting us. The dragons are meeting us. All of the energies are meeting us when we commit to acknowledging our own light. Maura sekianda keroshanda hiake. Halashindo ayakena huara sekiate. So we pull all of the beautiful forces of the entire cosmos, the universe, and all that is, matutahiareta hiangela shakora sakiake, into our field of awareness, back into our hearts, back into our bodies now, matutahiake, to guide us through this year, so that everything that we do is for the highest good of this planet and the people on this planet, and our own hearts. So just bring your energy into your body. Feel all of these beautiful energies now coming into you, settling down, grounding back into our Great Mother, back into the earth as she supports our pathways now going forward into this year. Take a deep breath in and out. And feel how you're pulling all of your energy back into your human body. Start moving your fingers and your toes and your body, shoulders and your spine. Handa ikunawake. Daresaki ala shotoro soto anake. And know that you are rooted back into your body, back into the light in your belly. Maingo sake. A beautiful light. Na etahiyako tanake. Right, so as we take a moment to just thank all of the beautiful energies, Maindo tatahiyake rashendakiake. Hallelujah, all of the magic that Ceryn brought in for us. Maswasa kia lesha hiake, so much gratitude. Ndakiraniate lasho. Deep breath in and out. And as I close the circle now, Mishua se andaleku anikia kwa arasenda semola suruata hin habia tre shotoro sokuate. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay, and when you're ready, you can open your eyes and come back into the room. Totoi. Okay. Okay, beautiful.
Gorgeous. Thank you.
Okay.
I don't know what to say. I haven't got words anymore. Okay, so thank you for that. So yes, that felt really beautiful. All of it felt really beautiful.
Yeah. And I just feel like you just have to do it, right? Like it's just like whatever you think your light is at this point in time, you just have to do it. Like it's waiting for you. All the energies are just.
You know what a friend said to me the other day? He'd been listening to a podcast where the man had been talking about writing his own obituary. And my friend had said, and I've decided I'm going to do that. He has no intention of dying anytime soon, but he said, I'm going to do that because actually, why wait? Why not do it now? And I was pondering it this morning as I was brushing my teeth when some of the best thoughts happen. And I thought, imagine if you got to the point of writing your obituary and the thing that you've always wanted to do hadn't been done. Wouldn't that be the greatest heartbreak in the whole of life? Wouldn't you want to be able to start your, no matter what comes of it, maybe you do it and you're not that good. Maybe you do it and it doesn't go the way you expect it to and it leads you somewhere else. Who knows? It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Because maybe you do it and it's brilliant. Maybe even in you sowing your seed of doing it, it inspires somebody else to do their own thing, which is amazing. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
What matters is that when we get to the end of our lives, which could be tomorrow, they could be in 100 years, we don't know. We are able to say we've done the thing. And I hope that can carry us forward this year with that realization that this is the year for doing the thing. It's time to do it.
Yeah. Oh, I love that so much. Yeah. Live your life. This is why you're here. It's to make magic. Otherwise,
Right.
Yeah. Shit. That's beautiful. Yeah. So go and write the most beautiful obituary. Live your fucking life.
JFDI, as a friend of mine used to say, just can do it. JFDI.
Beautiful. Okay, so I hope this month is going to be pure magic for you, and we're going to be back for equinox. Definitely. Yeah,
Awesome.
definitely. We're going to be dragging Charlie back for Equinox with her gorgeous voice to join us as well. So we missed her this month, but she's going to be back in March again with us. So that's going to be awesome. Like and subscribe. What else would she tell us to do if she was here? She'd give us a whole...
Like, subscribe, share if you enjoyed this, share it in all the places. Yeah, just keep an eye on what we're doing. We've got some exciting things happening this year that we'd love to tell you about.
Yes.
We also individually each have some exciting things going on that we'd really love you to hear about. So, check that out and thank you for being here.
Definitely. And this year will be the year where we'll be doing some in-person stuff as well. So that's coming up. So keep your calendars in September open for us, because there's going to be some magic flowing from the three of us. So that's going to be a biggie. Yeah, so just like we will let you guys know. Yeah, so there's so many cool things happening this year. So just check out all our socials. All three of us are doing amazing things that we want to share with you guys all the time, and it's just like pure magic. And then yeah, we'll be back next month again. And yeah, so have a fantastic month. Awesome.
Take care.
Thank you. Now let's see if Yolandi can stop the video.